And good morning. Now, before we set out our day, we always like to make you guys comfortable, set you guys out, remind you guys of everything that, well, is bright and fun and good. First off, as Nigerians, before anything else, and then maybe the rest of the world, welcome to the right breakfast show for you guys to get up and go for a Monday morning.
This is Wake Up Nigeria. Early happy hours is what we're known for, and we're giving you a warm welcome to a brand new week.
Absolutely. Good morning. And of course, it's good to have you guys join us here. Thank you very much for choosing us every single time. We are here to help you guys start that week off right and smoothly. Hoping getting to work today won't be too much of a hassle for you, or even getting up and getting the kids ready for school. I'm sure they're
Yeah, they're getting ready. They're getting ready for school. Now, the weekend came with bits of tension here and there, but thank God we made it through in one piece. And hey, it's a brand new week. There's loads to be grateful for.
Absolutely. Let's take a look inside the kitchen and find who the brown girl in the ring is.
Yeah.
It's Mary.
Yes, and it's raining blessings this beautiful new week. I am actually happy. Just as Titi mentioned, I was part of feeling tense, especially having to work and all. But hey, it's so good to be here. And I really hope everybody stays cheerful and we face our work and try to be positive.
Absolutely. Funny thing is, brown girl in the ring. Why does it have to be a brown girl in the ring? Where was that? Who's that? Boney M.
Brown girls
Wow.
in the ring. Tra la 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 la. There's a brown girl in the ring.
But did you know, Mary, that almost all the members of Boney M, out of 4 of them, only 2 of them were actually singing?
Wow.
Yep.
Yes,
The guy with the deep
actually
voice,
true.
he wasn't
Seriously?
singing nothing.
Yeah,
He
they
wasn't
just kind of like do the
or
mouth
miming.
movement.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Little
I
fact
would
you
never
didn't
have
know.
known that.
They were a scam, but they were fantastic. And the
They're
same
good
person
scam.
who produced them was the same person who produced Milli
Milli
Vanilli,
Vanilli.
them. And you know what happened with them as well? They were lip syncing.
So I guess there's a trend here, but we don't lip sync anything right now.
Oh no,
Wake
this
Up
isn't
Nigeria.
Mike talking.
No, this is
me.
our voice. This is our voice. Don't worry. It's just like the Paul McCartney and Co. They could not play any instruments. Like they didn't know much about music, writing notes. It's amazing, really. It's
They learnt
amazing.
on the
And they
job.
gave us good stuff.
Yeah, but we know our stuff here, so don't you guys worry. We have that all packaged for you for a Monday morning with a bow. We're presenting it to you right now.
So we have a brand new week, brand new opportunity to pick up the hustle as we make do with the chances we have.
Yes.
We have to thank you for being part of our Monday run. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
My name is Mazino Appeal. You want to remember to watch us live, GOTV channel 27 and UHF 49. You can also watch us on the go if you want. Make sure you download the app. It's the TVC app and it's absolutely free for Android and iOS.
Follow us on social media at TVC Connect. Send in your comments, contributions, prayers as well. Hey, use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
All right, now, so that little bow, let's untie it and tell you what we have for you for a Monday morning.
For some motivation, we have communications training expert and human resource professional Iberayo Amo joining us. The topic is inspire yourself to greatness. Some keys to self-motivation.
Last week I called him Amu.
Amao? Really? It is Amao, right?
It is. It's a double O, but I went and said, ooh.
And we have a performance for you as always. Renewed energy coming from this Afro-fusion artist, Waita. That's Young Hitch, the Amazing.
That's YHTA for you guys. Now for SME, we have the CEO of Biraf Bolt Foods, Bolanle Tiniola Gabriel. Now she will be here to tell us more about this fast-growing company with interest in agribusiness, and also maybe you can take a leaf from her stock. Okay,
Looks like
yes,
she personalized
yes,
it,
Mr. Director,
Gary.
we're going to make it sexy like he said.
Yeah, well, first of all, Mary, happy Mother's Day.
Oh.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh.
Yes, so-
whether you have a child or not, definitely you're an intending mother. So this is all about you. Happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day to us all.
It's Mother's Day again.
That was
It's
yesterday.
the first one this year.
Oh, so there's
Yeah.
more.
Yes,
Yes.
deal with it.
And I actually wish there were more. Because sometimes we don't appreciate what warriors mothers actually have to be. Their minds are divided into 20 places at once. And somehow things just don't all come crashing to the ground.
Great at multitasking, you guys.
It's just, I actually, there's some women I see and I'm like, wow, she actually did this. She's written a book, you know, she's running a company, she has 3 kids, she has, you know, like, I'm just thinking, how do you put all this together and still come out looking amazing?
And now guess what? The fact that you as a mother, you're not able to pull it all together doesn't mean you're less of a success.
Course.
Oh, no, you're learning.
Some women are able to do it all, while some women struggle to do just one. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means that you're the type of person who focuses on one task and gets it right. So whether you are the super mom or you're amazing. It takes a lot to be a mother, and it's a lot of hard work and stress as well.
Let me surmise it this way. Let me say that don't underestimate the efforts of just 1 year. By the time you look back at kids after they're grown, realize how much of a work you've done.
They grow so fast.
And they grow so fast.
Yeah, they
so
do.
my daughter, yesterday, we went over to grandma's, and my mother massages. She does the whole massage, and she's great at it.
Wow.
You know, so she put my daughter on the floor, sprawled all on the mat and everything. And yeah, sure, we'll just charge you a fee. And I took a look at my daughter, and I realized that she was reaching the mat from end to end.
Yeah. She's tall.
You'd be like, how?
She's tall.
When?
You were a baby in this same house just only 7 years ago, and you're that tall now.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
So shout out to my husband. Now this is a Mother's Day gift, this scarf, and I promised to wear it today.
Nice.
It came in like a nice gift wrap box and everything, and some other stuff as well. But the kids, he woke them up earlier than me, which is rare, because I'm always the first to get up. I got breakfast in bed.
Wow.
It felt very strange. I was like, what's going on? What happened? Where do you need me?
Do you have a new wife?
Wow.
Oh, you have a child you want to tell me about?
But it was fun. The kids loved it. Got cards and everything. And I was like, this is new. This is new. It's not very Nigerian of us, but it felt good. It felt good.
Oh, well,
Thank
you.
you.
Know,
Thank
and
you,
talking about things being Nigerian of us, the truth is, as Nigerians, we need to actually explore more, do more fun stuff.
Yeah.
There's that. Will I call it stiffness? Like, no, it's not a Nigerian thing to do. Come on, have fun. The other day we were talking about tooth fairy. We were like, what are you talking about?
You've been spending too much time on my Instagram, because that was exactly the post I put up yesterday. I said explore more.
Yeah.
Don't just, don't let life happen to you, happen to life. Flip it around, do more out there. In any case, welcome once again. Wake Up Nigeria for a Monday. We're so excited to be here. Are you?
Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the March 18th poll in Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, has been declared the winner of the election by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The incumbent governor defeated his challengers, including Labour Party Akinwale Tayo, as well as serving Senator Teslim Falari of the All Progressives Congress. Details in this report.
Kinde Oluseyi Abiodun of PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared winner and is returned elected.
Governor Makinde polled a total of 563,756 votes to defeat his rivals, Mr. Adebayo Adelabo of the Accord Party, who polled 38,357 votes, and Senator Teslim Falari of the All Progressives Congress, who polled 256,685 votes. In his acceptance speech, the governor promised to serve the people better than he did in the last 4 years.
For this second tenure, we will even work harder for the people of Oyo State, more than we did in the first tenure.
The joy outside the governor's home is evident on the faces of the people as they wish the governor well on his new journey.
The man is good. He's good in Nigeria. The man is good. But
Governor Seyi Makinde makes history again as the second governor to be re-elected. as he hopes to build on his infrastructural drive and the welfare of the people of Oyo State. Olaide Oyewole, TVC News, Ibadan.
The Kano State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of a State House of Assembly member, Ishaku Ali Danja, for alleged violent conduct during Saturday's elections. The State Commissioner of Police, Usaini Gumel, who confirmed this in a press briefing with the newsmen, said the suspect, who is a candidate in the State Assembly election for Gizawa constituency, was arrested along with political thugs in several parts of the state. They were alleged to have committed crimes, including snatching of ballot boxes, attack of collation centers, and attempt to disrupt the peaceful conduct of the election.
For everybody to exercise his franchise. So you cannot even compare the security architecture in the northwestern part of the country with any zone in this country. If we are, presenting people who try to obstruct and disrupt the conduct of the election, we are not particular about anybody. What we are particular of is the security of the northwestern part of the country, and Kano in particular, where we are.
And that's all we have time for this hour on the news right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name once again is Titilai Oniso. We'll be taking a quick break now and be back with more.
Time for the newspaper headlines on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll begin this morning with the Daily Trust newspaper. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper has this as its major headline: APC wins Jigawa, Katsina, Sokoto, PDP in Akwa Ibom. NNPP leads in Kano, Benami, Finitiri, neck and neck. Gombe, Kwara, Yobe, Lagos, Oyo, Ogun governors re-elected. Aliya Zulum, Bala Mohammed in early lead. Collation continues in Kaduna, Plateau, others today. Kebbi declared inconclusive. Up here, we see how cyber attacks expose Nigeria's IT security vulnerability. We also see troops repel ISWAP's attack on Zulum's town. Down here, we have Niger communities chase away INEC officials. And finally, INEC to review governorship assembly polls results. All of these stories you can find in Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Now, from the Daily Trust newspaper, we head straight to the Guardian newspaper. And the Guardian newspaper has this as its major headline: Gilbert polls, INEC declares Makinde, Eno, Abiodun, Abdulrazak winners. Sanwo-Olu leading in Lagos. 70 CSOs demand inquiry into INEC's poor conduct. Violence responsible for voter apathy, says NHRC. How Namadi flawed Lamido's son in Jigawa. Up here we have election. Lagos police nab 17 suspected thugs. Here we also have Ogun cleanup. Mosop alleges $1 billion theft. Ogoni cleanup rather. Mosop allege $1 billion theft once HY prep contract terminated. And down here we have Namani loses Senate return bid to brother of slain LP candidate. All of these stories and more you can find in the Guardian newspaper this morning. Now, from the Guardian newspaper, we head straight to the Punch newspaper, which has this as its major headline: Sanwo-Olu, Makinde, Abiodun, Abdulrazak, Buni, others win. APC wins Katsina, Gombe sets for victory in Borno, Benue as PDP takes Akwa Ibom. Kwankwaso, Ganduje's men in tight race. Rhodes Vivor rejects Lagos results. Oyo, Lagos speakers re-elected. APC takes 22 Ondo seats. PDP 25 in Osun. Up here, we see LP candidate stops Namani's Senate return. And finally, undergraduates denied treatment over bed space, dies in Luth. All of these stories and more you can catch in the Punch newspaper this morning.
Yeah.
And you're welcome. It's time for What's Up and About. What's Up and About with you, lady?
Ah, wow.
Besides Mother's Day,
Yeah.
we are wondering, should you tell your spouse everything?
Of course not. Now that we're done with that, let's move on.
No. But why? Why? What areas do you think are just too delicate to share?
I think after being married for going on 8 years now, I think I'm an authority on this. I think that you should consider your partner before you tell or let out certain information. Think about how it's going to affect you onward. If it's something that might cause trouble or that might be too hard to digest, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe a bit more maturity needs to happen before you guys can actually begin to discuss these matters. Eventually, perhaps, maybe yes. The older you get, you only have one person to share everything with. I mean, it will come out sooner or later. But it behooves both parties to note that you have to be ready, I have to be ready before we can have these or certain kinds of conversations. Sometimes it might be premature. Sometimes it might just not be worth it at that time at all. You can damage a whole lot going forward if you choose the wrong time. Eventually, it will come out if it needs to come out.
Some would be of the opinion that it's better that it comes from you than from somewhere else.
Not even that. Some insist on knowing.
Okay.
So in a situation where maybe you're trying to sort things in your head, and your partner is like, look, I don't like the way you're brooding over
Tell me what's the matter. Why?
I need you to tell. And then you're like, no, I don't want to tell you. Exactly. Women
do that, like,
tend to do that alone.
What is wrong?
Yeah.
And then she says, I don't want to tell you. My signal to not pry any further. If she says no,
I don't want to. Are you sure?
I don't.
Sometimes there are some matters that are better shared so that solutions can be found quicker. So I'm of the opinion that, look, a problem shared is a problem solved. If there is a challenge, I just remember that I'm on your team. I'm your teammate. We are in Arsenal together.
What did you
Do you
call
understand?
it? Did you call it a problem?
I'm on your team.
You called it a problem. What if it's not a problem?
Wow, really?
If
Then
it's
why
not a
would
problem,
you
if
hide it?
nothing's going wrong with your relationship at that time, why do you want to go and press spoil?
It's not
Do
about
you know
pressing
that word?
spoil.
What you just said is so true. Press spoil. Like this other person is like, it's just like even if men also find themselves in that position where a woman is like, talk to me, babe.
what's happening?
And he's like, I'm trying to process something in my head. Don't worry. We'll talk about it later. He's trying to put himself in a better position to be able to express himself.
Yeah.
But then when you push and you press and then the person just starts saying things,
Out of sorts.
Let me give you an instance.
because they haven't sorted it out.
Let me give you an instance. Say a person has issues maybe with another person that you don't
No.
You don't know that you don't know, but you like maybe she's warned you about this person before. Like my wife always warns me about Titi.
Wow.
Like, Titi lady. That actually
Wow.
you marry. Like, I'm married. You guys are touching hand and everything.
Wow.
And then
Touch it. Hey, it's
Mommy
not
Rain.
true.
Mommy Rain.
It's not true.
wait.
Mommy Rain.
And let's say Mary goes and maybe she gets herself in some kind of quagmire or something that I felt very bad about, and I'm like cogitating at home like and then she's like, what is it now? Tell me now. Nothing. No, it's okay. No. Tell me now. Okay. Mary went to go and put herself in Wala.
Wow.
Now you're carrying Mary's water on your head.
You get what I mean? So in that
There was
instance,
something you said earlier about talking about your is it your ex doing something?
What?
There was something you mentioned earlier when we were talking
Which one
about
now?
this.
Are you sure?
no. I was
conversation?
talking about the man who wanted to grieve his side chick
Okay.
and asked his wife to let him grieve.
Wow.
It was a very crazy
Well,
situation.
so look. For that particular one, the wife has been praying that the side chick, God forgive me, would not be in the picture anymore. So
Oh my God!
at this point,
Ojebitiku.
allowing him grieve,
Who is this god of death?
allowing him grieve is important. You are in there for the long haul, so she's no longer in the
That
picture.
is-
What now?
You'd let your husband grieve?
So if
Okay. Side chick is a bit. Let's say an ex. For instance. Let's say an ex.
Look.
Can
So
your husband grieve an ex?
there's probably a part of him that still was invested in that relationship.
And you were
And
okay
part
with
of that investment was probably one of the things I saw in him. The fact that he was so invested, the fact that he was dedicated to this person. And finally, he's dedicated to me, so I understand that dedication. So I'm not going to just discredit that dedication and make it seem like he was nothing. It was a part of his life. So it's no longer there. You're not understanding that it has been removed. So allow him.
God has answered your
See,
prayer.
I feel like Mazino and Titi, you guys were just like taking hammer and hitting nail on the head up and down. But at this point, we have to take a break. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. Stay with us.
Good morning! And this smile on my face is gonna get wider and wider throughout the show. Why? Chef Maudi has come to Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen, and he has come in all his glory. Woo! Something good is about to go down. Chef Maudi, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so even when you were prepping all this food, you were smiling as you were prepping it. And you are still smiling now. So you need to talk to us about the process and what we're making. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm Chef Maudi. So this morning we'll be making African salad. But this time around is 042 Enugu style of African salad.
Wow.
So here we have our 2 protein.
Okay,
is
we have
fish
ingredients.
and bomo, cow skin.
Yeah.
Then here we have utazi leaf. We have this big crayfish oporo for garnishing. We have the blended crayfish that we'll be using for the oba.
Okay.
That will go with the abacha. This is the African nutmeg, ehuru. This is oba, the cocoa.
Okay.
Then this crayfish.
Not the blended one.
No.
This is the blended
This
one.
is the blended one for the oba.
Okay.
This one is the dried one, properly picked for the abacha, African salad. This is the abacha itself.
Okay.
Yeah, here is the salt, the Maggi seasoning cube. Here is the vegetable oil that we're going to use to fry the fish and sauce the bomo. Then here is the palm oil.
Yeah.
Here is the thickener.
What thickness is it?
Euro.
Oh,
yeah.
so you rinsed it out? Is it the water of it?
Yeah, the water. This is not the regular potash.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right. Now, you've done a lot of prepping. You've done a lot of cleaning. You need to talk to us about these 2 ingredients. Now, first of all, what is this? What is this?
This is cassava.
Cassava.
Yes.
Is it
Already
boiled?
processed. Yeah, boiled.
Boiled
Yeah,
and
fermented and washed.
boiled, fermented, washed. Did
Yes.
you grate this yourself? Or you got it like this?
I got it like this.
Okay, fantastic. And then this.
It's oba.
Okay, so is this a tuber? Is it a fruit? What is it exactly?
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit,
Yes.
uba.
Uba.
And you processed this yourself?
No.
You bought it this way. So this comes readily available in the market like this?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so this is a new one for me. I'm going to be watching this process very carefully. What is the first thing we need to do?
The first thing to do is to put your abacha, the African salad, in a dry bowl or pot.
Okay. Go
Then
ahead,
after
go ahead.
that, you add your oil,
Yeah.
add your pepper. This pepper is dried,
Okay.
already dried. Then you add your pepper, add your salt, then mix thoroughly.
All right.
After mixing, you can add your ugba.
right.
Then this crayfish should be the last thing to put
That
because when you add it, most time when you're trying to mix the abacha, it will poke your hand.
Fantastic.
So this should be the last thing to do
All right.
when making this.
So what are we doing right now? What is the first thing we need to do?
To put the abacha
All right.
in a dry pot.
Dry pot. Nothing in the pot. Just straight up. Wow. Okay. Fantastic. All right. What else after this?
After this,
What happens after this?
you add your palm oil.
Okay, these are your gloves.
Yeah.
Let me help you out with that.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The palm oil goes straight on it.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay. So that was like about 2 cups of palm oil right there.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Or more. Whenever I see these people do this thing in the market, I'm always wondering how they do it. Nylon. Okay. Got it. All right. Go ahead. So palm oil straight onto the uba.
Yes.
Straight up. What goes next?
So add your salt.
Okay. All right.
Add your seasoning cube.
Seasoning cubes. Straight in, direct. Okay.
And this is the dry pepper.
Okay, straight on. So you know African salad, salad generally used to make reference, in my opinion, used to make reference to uncooked vegetables.
Okay.
But this seems to be going into a pot and
No,
on
it's
heat.
not. It's no longer in
On the
fire.
heat,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So you're just doing a rough mix down?
Yes.
All right, you know what? This mixing process looks like it's going to take a bit of time. We are going to be coming back to this very soon. Hopefully you started yours at home, or maybe you have some plans to. Let's go over for motivation. Mazino's standing by.
Thank you very much, and you're welcome to fitness. Hang on a second. Why did I say fitness? I guess we'll find out. It's motivation. I'm joking. We have communications training expert and human resource professional Iberayo Amao. He joins us to discuss the topic for the week, which is Inspire Yourself to Greatness. Mr. Amao, or Amu. You are welcome.
Thank you.
IB for short. It's
Yes,
IB,
yes.
IB in the house. All right, IB. So, what are we talking about today now? Inspiring yourself for greatness. What is this about?
Thank you again for having me, Mazin.
welcome.
I'm really
Always.
excited to be here. We've been told over and over again that if we can just dream big, we can make it big. That if you can just imagine it, it is going to happen. Even last week, I said that if you think you can, you will. But sometimes it doesn't just work that way, right? Sometimes you face that challenge. How do you inspire yourself to greatness is what we're talking about today. And the first thing you need to consider is for you to pursue your passion. What are you passionate about? What is that one thing that you can do over and over again that even if you don't get a dime for it, you're still going to get excited to do it? If you ask me, what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about helping people to become better version of themselves. And that's because I have a story. I didn't used to like the color of my skin. As you can see, I'm dark in complexion.
You are dark. I couldn't find you at night.
Exactly. A lot of people said a lot of things about me. Oh, you're dark like the tire of a car. You're dark like charcoal.
Smile when you cross the street.
This weighed me down. I had a terrible self-esteem. But I was reaching rock bottom, and I had to tell myself, this is not my story. So I realized that I needed to build my confidence. I started listening to tapes. I started going for seminars. I started speaking to myself. I told myself, dark is the new beautiful. Dark is the new cool. And that's where my story stems from. And that's the reason why I'm really passionate about helping people to become a better version of themselves. So what are you passionate about? How can you help someone to become a better version of themselves? What's your story? When you find your story, you find your passion. When you find your passion, you find your purpose. The second thing that I like to talk about is for you to develop mastery. What are you good at? What is that one thing that you know that if we point out to you, you will say that this is one thing that I'm good at. You need to develop mastery. You need to improve on your skills. Continuous improvement should be a part of your core value. Here's what I tell people. If you're good at it, you'll be confident enough to put it out.
Yes, indeed.
If you're good at it, you'll be confident enough to put it out. You need to read books, begin to improve on your skills. I didn't get here today. I started improving on my skills, reading books, speaking to people. What are the things that you can do today to become a better version of yourself? You need to develop mastery. And the third thing that I'd like to talk about this morning is for you to be consistent. Consistency is key. And you're wondering, why do I have this dumbbell here this morning?
Where? What dumbbell?
Right.
I don't know. What are you talking about? Where is it?
Here's the point. Let's say that you want to get into shape, right?
Fitness.
And
what
then
I said.
you go to the gym 100 times in a day.
Yeah.
And then you go back home. I promise you, if you look into the mirror, what you're going to see is nothing.
Absolutely.
You go the next day again, 100 times. You're pushing, you're so excited. You're pushing. You go back to the mirror, what you're going to see is nothing. It's not about the intensity, it's about consistency. Here's what consistency is going to tell you. Go to the gym, lift 50 times, 5 days a week for the next 6 months. I'm not particularly sure the exact day when this is going to take form, but I know that if you're consistent enough, one particular time, you're going to start getting into shape. Consistency is going to tell you that. It's not about how much. It's the fact that you need to be consistent. You need to stay consistent enough. You get that rejection mail, apply again. You get that rejection mail, apply again. And let's bring this down to maybe you're applying for a job. You apply for this job. You've really put in your best. And then you get this rejection mail. I must not be good. They don't want someone like me. No, you have to go for it again. Apply again. Get that rejection mail. Apply again. Get a rejection mail. At some point, you will realize that that success will come through. So remember, it's not about the intensity. It's about consistency. And finally, the fourth point that I want to talk about this morning is for you to recognize that the challenges will come. I wish I could just tell you that it's a smooth ride. It's going to be a smooth ride. But guess what? The challenges will come. But the fact that the challenges come doesn't mean that you're a quitter. You're not a quitter. Never give up. I can promise you, if I ask about your story right now, Mazino, you have something to tell me.
I got time.
You've been through rough patches, but that doesn't make you a quitter. You're here today because you didn't quit. All right, so recognize the fact that the challenges will come. And if you're able to do all these things, I promise you that your story is going to change. If at all you don't remember anything I said today, all right, of all the 4 things I said, remember that dark is the new cool.
Ooh, dude, how many times did you practice that in front of the mirror? What? I mean, how many times do you get fitness and motivation in one segment? You got to hear today. That was fantastic. That's beautiful. That's
Thank you,
grand.
Mazina.
And I personally am taking from that one. I'm taking from all the 4 points that you gave us today, especially the fact that challenges will come, whether you like it or not. No matter how far you go in your story, even if you think you're climbing, you will still face these challenges, and they only make you better, make you stronger.
Absolutely.
And yes, dark is cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Grand one, man.
Yes, yes.
It's so good that even our director has forgotten to tell me that it's time over. But Mr. Cheng, you want him to keep going on because he's on a roll, isn't he? But yeah, he's confirming. He's fantastic. Now, question here for you is, there are times when you will be, whether you like it or not, because of other factors happening in your life and all, totally downcast. It's not that you want to give up, but there's no motivation to push forward. What do you do, or how can you, what could be my motivation at those particular times? It's not because I feel that I'm unable to. It's not because I have the imposter syndrome. It's not because, it's just factors all come together to make this orchestra of challenges. What do you have for such a person at that point in time?
Thank you for your question, Mazino. In simple terms, go back to your why. Why did you start in the first place? I just shared my story with you. If at all I don't feel motivated again, I know there's someone out there battling with low self-esteem. Once I remember that, I know that I've dealt with this before. I'm immediately motivated to share my story with that person. I'm not selfish. I've been through it. I want other people to overcome these challenges. So what do? I go back to my why.
Fantastic. Hey, take a look. Look at Juwon. Look at Taiwo. Look at Mr. Kazim. The camera guy. Look at everybody. Even Halima. Everybody's so interested in this.
Fantastic.
That's grand.
I'm really excited.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Mr. Amal. I read for short. Grand. We can't wait to have you back again on Monday.
Thank you. I can't wait to be back again.
Do stay tuned. Let that be the motivation for you to keep it here where it is on TVC for Wake Up Nigeria.
Now the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen has been waiting for you to get back here so we could continue with this African salad. Am I right? Am I right? Chef Maudi in the building. He's been mixing and binding and all sorts of things in that one pot. But let's give you the ingredients one more time. You need some fish, salt, utazi, onions, red oil, pomo, abacha. You crayfish, seasoning, dry pepper, garden eggs, and local potash, oil bean seed, and African nutmeg. Now, if you're someone who loves African salad, that's abacha with uba, this is a recipe you should look forward to. All right, so still loads of ingredients still to be cooked right now. But Chef Maudi, what were you doing just now? You were adding...
added the uba.
Okay.
The abacha.
Is there... So you first of all added the cassava.
Yeah, the palm oil, pepper, salt.
Okay.
Your seasoning cube.
Okay. All right. Seasoning cubes, salt, pepper, all in. Now this pot was not on the heat while this was happening.
Yes.
This was all mixed cold, so to speak. How do you know when it's completely well mixed? What are you looking out for?
You have to test it if the salt is okay before adding the crayfish, which is the final stage.
So it does seem like a lot of work, though. you're not ready for this mixing process, you never start. All right, so
This is
do
the
you
fry
need more
pan.
of this? Do you need
No,
more
no,
of
no,
this?
no.
You don't need any more of this?
The rest will be used for the oba.
Okay, fantastic. So now, we have a frying pan ready.
Yes.
What's happening there now?
Vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil?
Yeah.
Do you need to take those gloves off, or are you good? Sorry, I didn't know whether you wanted
No,
all the oil.
add
All the
thank
oil.
you.
Okay, fabulous. So we're deep frying this fish, I guess. Let's talk a bit about the fish. What type of fish is it?
It's Titus.
Have you done anything to the fish specifically beforehand? Any
It's properly washed
Okay.
with salt, just to
Okay.
add a little
flavor to it?
seasoning
Fabulous.
for frying.
All right, let me
Wait
take
for
that
the
off your
oil.
hands.
Yeah. Thank
You want the oil to be hot, yes? All right, fabulous. Now, obviously, it's been cleaned. You added just salt, nothing
Yeah.
else. Nothing
And
else.
just salt.
Okay. So at this point, you're sprinkling seasoning cubes
Yes.
on top of the fish.
Yeah.
This fish is at, it's not frozen, it's at room temperature as at right now.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? Okay, fantastic. That oil is looking quite hot already. It's
No,
not
no, no.
there?
It's
It's not
not
there?
hot, yeah.
It's not there?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk a bit about the momo. What has happened with this so
The smaller ones will be used for the oba.
far? Okay.
This remaining oba. Then this bigger one will
Yeah.
be sauce.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that will go with the abacha.
Now, there's a new addition to the table that we didn't showcase earlier on, the garden egg and onions. Let's talk a bit about them now. What's going to be happening with this garden egg?
The egg will be used to eat the abacha. Then the onion will be used for garnishing.
Garnishing.
Yeah.
So are you cooking this
No, no,
in
no,
any
no,
way?
no.
Just
No.
dice
To
it?
cut, yeah, dice it.
All right, fantastic. This is very savory, and a lot of African flavors and smells are coming through the kitchen already. This crayfish and African nutmeg, they come in later on, I believe.
Yes.
All right. So onion just went into the oil now. So is it hot enough? A little?
It's almost there.
Almost there,
Yeah.
almost there. Now the African salad, are you going to put this on the heat at any point?
No, 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 not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
It's the oba that will go to the
the
fire.
The whole process seems very simple right now. Nothing too complicated at all. It just feels like it's just a lot of preparing, prepping all the ingredients that. All right. Skin side down. Deep fried fish. We don't say, because we've been hearing a lot of sauteed fish, pan-seared fish, grilled fish, but deep fried fish, it's been a while. Interesting. All right. So obviously, people have usual worries about frying fish.
So it doesn't break.
Breaking and then also sticking
Yes.
to the pan.
Actually, this very pan is non-stick.
Yes.
It won't stick.
Okay,
Well,
alright.
if you are using the the sticky pan,
Yeah.
what you can actually do, use flour
Oh,
to
okay.
coat the fish so
First.
it doesn't stick to the pot.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Chef Maudi. All right, loads of great tips already coming through for you on this African salad preparation. I can't wait, and I know Mazino has been on the edge of his seat, hoping to enter the kitchen at any point in time to see what's going on. But I know that he's on standby on the couch right now.
You have no idea,
Hoping to enter. We've already
See,
mentally
we've already
entered.
finished the food. Before it gets here, it's
We're
done.
talking about Bacha Hill.
I mean, come on,
As
that's
in-
the African salad. You know, there's the spot that opened up in Festac where it's abacha, and we go there all. It's so classy. It's abacha. Such a classy place for such a,
So you get real African salad there. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry for it right now.
Now, a mother is the glue that holds the home together. We celebrate each and every mother out there putting in that extra shift.
Thank you, Mom.
Yes, sir.
And you, Mom.
Thank you.
And you, Mom. And you, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hey.
Yeah.
Nice one.
You're all amazing. All mothers are amazing around the world, and we have the entire month to celebrate the fact.
Oh,
Yes.
no wonder it's the month of March. Now I get.
Yes, exactly.
It's okay, you guys go on and have all the Mother's Day.
Deal
you want.
with
It's
it.
all right, it's all right, it's all right. There's a whole new ball game in the second hour here every single time. I guess because it gets better every single time.
It does, because mothers are in the building. We are going to be doing quite a bit in the next 45 minutes. We have a chef already doing great things. Mary is hanging out with Chef
Mary, don't get ahead of me.
I am not hanging out. I am moved here. This is now my domain.
Yeah.
Like the deliciousness in this place, I can't explain it. Just look at the pepper sauce. They're like, the magic is making here. And that's where the pomo is going into, inside here. Besides that sauce that already has pomo. And the fish, oil was spilling on his hand and he did not flinch. This man.
This one.
Okay, so a lot is still going on and I'm so happy I'm here to see the finishing part of this breakfast.
One
Yes,
more
sir.
thing. It's how that blue contrasts the yellow in the kitchen, though. As in, it's so
nice.
bright.
It's popping.
It is popping indeed. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Tita Lioing, so on GOTV channel 27 or UHF channel 49, or download the app. TVC app is available for free on Android or iOS.
At TVC Connect is where you can follow us across all social media platforms. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria across all of them. Highlights now. Let's tell you guys what we have for the next 45 minutes.
We have music. Afrofusion artist YHTA,
Yeah.
Hitch the Amazing, is going to be here. He's joining us for a performance in a bit.
Now for some SME. Now we have the CEO of Bolt Foods, Bolanle Tinuola Gabriel. Now she will be here to tell us more about the fast-growing company with interest in agribusiness.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So in my 30s, I had a saying for life. Now in the keyboard of life, always have one finger on the escape key.
Wow. Escape what exactly?
The escape key.
Escape. Yeah.
Just leave everything.
Okay.
Now, sometimes you get so overwhelmed, you need to escape. What is your escape?
That's
Okay.
What is your escape? What is that one thing you do when everything seems to be so overwhelming?
so when I was younger, I used to either read or listen to music. And when I'm listening to music, I sing along and the world becomes a better place. Yeah. But I realized that as I grow older and with more responsibilities, sleep
No.
is my
Rare.
escape.
Oh,
Like
it is?
it is, and that's when I get it.
But sleep is like, it's like taking booze. When you wake up, the problem is still there.
When you listen to music and you read, the problem is still by the side.
Maybe John Lennon might just give you a hint on what to do if you listen to music. But sleep,
I'm actually.
I don't know. I'm
I'm actually of the opinion escapism might not always be the key, because it's like running past a storm. The storm eventually comes to meet you. So why not just go through the storm in the other direction?
So you remind
You
me of
cannot
the...
even
And
dodge
then
the
come out
storm.
on the other
But
side.
Hang
it
on,
just
she's
makes
got a
it
point.
easier to handle.
You've got a point here. So there's a story about the cows and the buffaloes, so the wildebeest.
Yeah.
Bulls and wildebeest. I think cows and wildebeest. Now, the cows, when they sense a storm coming, they run away from the storm, but the storm catches up with them. And the longer they're running away from it, they stay in the storm the entire
longer.
span.
Yeah.
But wildebeest will actually face the storm head on, and so you're moving in two different directions. So they stay in the storm much shorter.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, but sometimes the human brain, we actually do need that
What?
switch off.
Oh, switch off. Okay, well,
Reboot.
I think maybe...
Starting your iPhone all over again.
So what I really want, it's something I've been craving for about 3-6 months, maybe a year. I just want to go away.
A vacation.
Not
Boom.
vacation.
Boom.
I just want to go
Boom.
away. Like, go away. I don't know if it's going to be for a week or a month or
Mary,
a year. I don't know. I just want to go away.
Mary, welcome to my TED Talks, and that is exactly why I brought this up.
Wow.
Physically moving yourself from an environment is mostly key when it comes to this. So if you move from that environment, give yourself a different ambience, it actually helps stimulate your brain to recuperate.
Okay.
So I say that to say this: get a bike, travel, explore more.
Yes, get sand in your eyes. You'll be fine.
Wow. Well, at this
Then you have a
point-
new problem, eye problem. Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Now, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the March 18 poll in Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, has been declared the winner of the election. by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The incumbent governor defeated his challengers, including Labour Party Akinwale Tayo, as well as serving Senator Teslim Folari of the All Progressives Congress. He spoke earlier with TVC News.
Total of 500.
The TVC crew here, I think you were the first to go to town with that breaking news. I am actually overwhelmed right now by the love, the support that the people of Oyo State have shown to me, and also our friends all over the country, all around the world. You know, the messages that have been pouring in, they are really, really overwhelmed right now.
Played out in your favor, considering
the Kano State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of a State House of Assembly member, Ishaku Ali Danja, for alleged violent conduct during Saturday's elections. The State Commissioner of Police, Usaini Gumel, who confirmed this in a press briefing with newsmen, said the suspect, who is a candidate in the State Assembly elections for Gezawa constituency, was arrested along with political thugs in several parts of the state. They were alleged to have committed crimes including snatching of ballot boxes, attack of collation centers, and attempt to disrupt the peaceful conduct of the election.
For everybody to exercise his franchise. So you cannot even compare the security architecture in the northwestern part of the country with any zone in this country. If we are, presenting people who try to obstruct and disrupt the conduct of the election, we are not particular about anybody. What we are particular of is the security of the northwestern part of the country, and Kano in particular, where we are.
And that's all we have time for on the news on Wake Up Nigeria for this morning. We're going to take another quick break and be back with more. Chef Maudi making some magic right here in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And, well, hey, it's almost set. We're almost there. What happens next?
I'm going to add this dried crayfish.
Yeah.
This is the last thing to add.
The last thing.
Yes.
We're making abacha here in the kitchen. He's adding dried crayfish. Now, this crayfish hasn't been cooked in any way, right?
No. So
Really?
Dried.
Just dried.
The touch is very crispy.
Okay, all right. So it adds a crispiness to the salad. Yeah. You're not cooking this down at all for any reason, right? All right then. So, yeah, going straight in again with the mixing process. There was some dried crayfish earlier, the grounded one.
Yes,
Where
I
did
use
you
that for the uba.
For the uba. Now, the uba is done. As you can see here, the pomo looking all juicy and nice. Wow, what a sauce. Then, of course, the fried fish that we were working on earlier has been added to the pepper sauce you had earlier on. So everything is looking all nice and smelling extremely good here in the kitchen. While we were away, you also got down to dicing the garden egg and the onions. So this is like a garnish, yes?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Now the utazi leaf, you also diced that down. Where does that go?
To the abacha.
Into the abacha.
By the side, because most persons don't like to eat uta because of its bitter taste.
Okay,
so
okay.
To be by the side, in case you don't like it, you can push it aside.
Fabulous. Well, everything looks all good. Like, you look very in control of everything going down here. I need to look at that. Yeah, just look at how well mixed it is. The palm oil went in first onto the cassava, then the uba went in, and then let's give you the ingredients one more time in case you missed it. Fish, salt, utazi, onions, red oil, very important, red oil, pomo, hey, plenty of pomo. Then, of course, the abacha. Crayfish, seasoning cubes, some dried pepper, garden eggs, local potash, oil bean seed, and African nutmeg. The utazi leaf and the onion. Are they going in right now? Or
No, it's for garnishing.
Just by the side?
By the
okay,
side,
fantastic.
yeah.
Got you,
We are
got
good
you,
to
got
go.
you. All right, and we're good to go. All we have to do now is plate it up and pray that security gets here before Mazino does. Because it looks like he has plans for this food. I don't know. Are you good? Do you feel safe? You feel safe right
Sure,
now?
sure.
I actually think we should even be more worried about Mary, because I've not seen Mary around. Where is she hiding? Where is she? Alrighty then. So Chef Maudi, I have to say thank you for showing us how to put this together. It's inspiring and it's making everybody's tummy rumble, I have to say. That pomo is just looking so succulent. And the fried fish. Let me just not tell you how I know how great that fried fish tastes. I'm not going to tell you how I know. It's just knowledge. You know, no knowledge is wasted. I needed to acquire that knowledge earlier on how tasty the fish was, and I acquired it. So at this point, as you serve, it looks like a huge meal. Goodness me. You never do. All right, then we get the onions. Oh, whoa. Oh, goodness me. Fresh onions looking all good. Then, some garnishing. Chef Maudi, so how much, I know it's, it's like a chef's secret sometimes, but how much do you think I would need to put this together for the weekend for my family?
I have my list bowl, which is 2.5 liter.
2.5 liter?
Yeah, bowl. I do that for 15,000.
Wow, woo! Goodness me. But I'm still hungry, Sha. It didn't it didn't cure my appetite. So for those who are health buffs, how healthy is this meal? Talk to us about that.
Very healthy. Abacha is fiber.
Okay.
Yeah, it's digestion. It's very healthy.
But you scattered everything with deep frying this fish. But there's just something about deep fried fish that makes so much sense. Oh, this particular plate, I need to take a few pictures of that so I can store it in my memory. Goodness me, look at that. Yeah, on a Monday morning. Chef Maudi, you're all right, you're all right. I'm involuntarily rubbing my tummy as we go to a break. We'll be back with you.
You are welcome. It's time for our SME segment, and today we have the CEO of Berald Bolt Foods, Bolanle Tinolu Gabriel. I got that right this time. Now she's here to tell us more about her fast-growing company. You are welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to note that you said that the smell in the space here is just, you know what that reminds me of?
Okay.
There's a rumble in my stomach, and it goes. Do you know it? No, this time it's going to Zobu, Zobu. You are welcome, Tinolu. Good to have you here.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Berald Bolt Foods. You guys are an agri-business.
Yes, we have.
And you guys have been on for how long now?
Well, we have been on for like 3 years now.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And you guys specialize in packaging.
Yeah, processing and packaging.
Processing, packaging of...
agro-product.
Yeah, agro-products.
Yeah.
The likes of, I saw Ijebu Gari there.
Sure.
What else do you guys do?
Smoked catfish.
Smoked catfish?
Yes, smoked catfish,
Really?
smoked tilapia.
Oh,
Then
very
yam flour, plantain flour as well.
So all the flour-based things I can imagine, How long, however, will catfish and tilapia last when you process it?
Yeah, they last for 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, you had to train to get this ability, this know how to process these foods now, did you? Were you always this inclined?
You said I had to train.
Did you have to train to get the knowledge?
Yes, but I like it's in my biography. I said that I actually went to OAU,
okay, and
I studied agriculture. So I'm not only trained.
You're schooled.
I schooled. That's just it.
Wow. Now, and the interest came from there.
Yeah.
Did JAM give you agriculture, first of all?
Sincerely, they didn't.
They didn't? You chose it?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because when I was quite younger, my father wanted me to become a medical doctor. But then, as children, you don't know whatever your parents want you to become. Like, you always want to satisfy them and everything. So And along the line, I discovered that
Nah.
I don't think I can do this. So I now went in for agriculture.
But you had you liked it. You wanted it. It was something you wanted, agriculture.
I wanted it partly, and I never wanted, because when we were growing up in school, that's in secondary school, you know, agric is just one of the subjects you just do, and then, but because of friends and what is on that time, you know, you like, I want to become a doctor,
Yeah,
I want to become,
trend.
you know, that's just
trendy.
it, just.
Did they ever call you Elewi Omo?
Elewi Omo, no.
Because that was 4 years of my university life. That's all we got called as botany students. But it's okay.
Yeah,
Look at us now.
No.
In any case, let's get back to Beryl Bolt Foods now.
Okay.
So you guys have how big an operation? Do you have like how many workers do you have working with you?
Yes, we have like 10 for now.
10 workers.
10 workers, talking about the casual and the full staff. We have like 10 of them working for us now. We have outlets too.
Okay.
You know,
Distribution
like
and all of
distributions all over. Then we have distributors too as well.
Nice.
You know,
And
then
how far is your reach? How far do you go? Do you supply stores across Lagos or Nigeria?
yes, we go outside of Nigeria.
Even outside Nigeria?
Yes, if you order for.
Wow.
We don't have stores yet outside Nigeria, but we go outside of Nigeria if you order for. I have people ordering from outside of Nigeria too.
So, Gary and flour, I know where you could get that from. I've been to some of these processing sites. But catfish and tilapia, where do you get? Where's your source?
Well, you see, catfish and tilapia, you can breed them.
Oh.
Yes, you can breed them. So actually, I don't breed. We have the breeders. So I get them from the breeders. Because one thing is that I don't want to be jack of all trade. You know, I want to specialize, focus on one. So I don't breed. So I get them. I belong to the association.
Okay.
So I get them from the breeders. So after getting them, then I'll nurture them to maturity. Now,
You still do a bit of breeding. You still nurture them at least to a certain level. So you're still actually
into the breeding.
Into the breeding.
Yes. All right. So then after that, you know, like catfish now, you can nurture catfish to what we popularly call melange, but although professionally there's nothing like that. Well, we nurture them to melange size, then also to the matured size. Yeah. So now, either to the melange size or the matured one, you can sell at that level, you know. Then the melange size, I process them. I process them. The matured ones, why I don't process them is because of the weight. You know, they are very heavy. They take longer time to dry, the oven and everything like that. So I process the melange one, you know, because they are handy. They are, you know, they are quite okay and everything like that. So I process them, package them. If not that I can't do the matured ones, but if you make order for them, like definitely. Presently, I'm even doing some gigantic ones now that's as big as 3 kg.
I can imagine.
As bigger
Let's talk
than
about
a baby.
machinery. Machinery for your flour, machinery for your fish. If one was going to invest in this kind of business, how much would it cost me to buy these machinery? I'm imagining that you have a smoke machine thingamajig or cabin or something like that. Is it really expensive, or is it something that one could perhaps maybe
if you want to go into this kind of business, I think you will take it one by one.
Okay.
Because if you are to look at it that you want to start everything at the same time, it's going to involve huge amounts. I'm talking of several millions.
Oof.
Do that, yes.
Ooh. Is there a way I could start small? Like I used to see these ladies when I was coming back from school in Festac who used to smoke these fish in baskets and stuff like that, little gauze of irons and everything, and it tasted so good even after. We used to buy them as we were going back home.
Yeah, I understand.
Can I start so?
Well, there's nothing bad starting like that. You can start from anywhere. The most important thing is that you don't remain there.
Yeah.
Keep growing. So there's nothing bad starting from that level.
Okay. Could you train me?
Yes,
then?
I can train. We train in our company.
So you've put out people who have gone on to start their own businesses?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's take a look at some of your packaging. I think we have some, we showed some from before. We're going to take a look at some of the packaging for some of the products here. Now look at that packaging. How much thought went into your packaging for your products? Biral Foods there under, and that's this is what is this? This is
This
gari.
Jebu.
Yeah, Ijebu gari.
Yeah.
Ijebu gari.
Jebu gari.
Very,
Very
that's the
crunchy.
yam flour.
Slaps.
Now I see that your packaging has a reusable package, seal.
Seal, yes. We
So
call it
plenty of
pouch.
thought went into that. How has that affected business generally when people see the packaging and how it's presented?
Yes, you know, packaging is very important. Talking about business, both locally and internationally. So you must make sure that your packaging is presentable because that's what people see. And you know, that is what will depict who you are. That is just it, or how the business is like. So packaging is very important. So concerning the packaging, of course, you have to invest in packaging too as well. So we do invest too in packaging.
So did you start out packaging as we see it, or did you grow into that?
I grew into that. You know, I started with the smaller package. You know, we have there's this type of nylon, although very strong, but
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you seal it and
but
you only open it just once.
Yes, you just seal it with sealing machine. That's what I started with.
Okay.
So, and I discover over time, you know, out there is full of competition
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah,
so
competition.
So I discovered that no, I have to improve on this packaging. Moreover, if I'm taking it outside of Nigeria, then the packaging must be, you know, there. You know, to meet up to the standard, and of course to looking at the registered body that you know they will always tell you your packaging must be there. You know, you must be able to so that
So
it can go
you're
for
standard
export.
approved as well, yes? You've got your standard approval, your NAFDAC.
Yes, I've gotten some has NAFDAC, some are in the process now.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
interesting. So back to the packaging. Now you say you have to invest in packaging. That means you have to put money in that. And your products, of course, sourcing them and processing them, that costs money. When you put the two together, what's the impact of packaging on these processed foods? Is it how much of an increase does it affect your products? Is it much? Is it considerable? Or is it worth it?
Yes, it's worth it because, you know, I have to, you know, invest on the packaging so that the product can move. See, the thing is, even if your product is good, your presentation must be good as well. Even if the content is good, the appearance must be good. You know, just like guys, if you want to get married, you know, the appearance is what you see first.
I absolutely agree with you. What's one word you have for anybody who's looking to join you in this business, who is only just seeing this for the first time and wants to get started? What is that one word, or what would you tell them?
Wow, you said one word. I would like to tell the person to be focused. Focused, because it's possible.
Yeah, nice.
It's possible. I tell you, there are many challenges, but it is possible. I wouldn't want anybody that wants to go into it. Sincerely, even presently, we still need more people in the fish business. We need more people.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't want, there are challenges there, but it's not too good for someone to be discouraged, you know, because of the hurdles or whatever you meet along the way. Because it means that you are not, how do I put it now? You are not tough enough.
Tough enough.
Tough enough. Because you will meet it there.
Well, Tiniolu, thank you very much for giving us that encouragement and also working us through your entire process and how, you know, we could also get started. That's what we do here on our SME segment. We're looking forward to seeing more of the stuff that you do and also advance into maybe the world with your products. Yeah. And I admire you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tell you what, we'll be back after a very short break. When we come back, it's abacha time.
I'm standing in the kitchen wondering why Mazino is holding the fork.
We are your guests.
I don't understand.
The two of us are guests together.
In a state of confusion, but Chef Maudi can clear the air on this.
All right.
What do we have here?
Yeah, this is abacha. 042 style of abacha.
There's everything is in this dish.
The only thing missing here is palm wine.
Wow.
Hey, if this was a Yoruba dish, they would say Elemi Meji.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one has like 7 spirits, I'll be 7 souls. But it's all good. Please dig in. Dig. Mazino, not you. Mazino, take this one. Allow this one is for you.
All right.
So that we can hear what for national
Wow. Nice one, Chef Maudi. Nice one. And so you make this
Don't
by
eat
the,
faster
by the,
than you guess. Let her
by
try
the
it
pack,
first.
yes? You make this by the pack. All right.
So 2.5 liters, 10,000 naira.
Yummy.
All right. Now that's what
Yeah.
we want to hear, the sounds of food being consumed, not by Mazino, but by our guests. But Chef Maudi has a smile on his face. He's had a smile on his face since he got here, actually.
Yeah.
'Cause
Thank you so
it shows
much.
that he loves what
Thank
he
you
does.
so much.
And hopefully you get the chance to try this with your family at home as well. All right. We're going to be back again tomorrow morning from 7 a.m., y'all.
Yes.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.